how do we know what business or online business to start? What topic? What are you going to be teaching? So I have 6 questions to really walk you through this process. The first one is, what do people always come to you for advice for? What do people always come to you for advice for? So this is a telltale sign, because a lot of you think, well, John, I'm not good enough to teach. No, you are good enough to teach. You see, a mentor, an expert is someone that knows a little bit more than somebody else. So when people come to you for advice, get a good indication of what you should be doing. So when I first started my online business, I had an online business teaching and coaching in property. So I'd create property videos and I'd put them up there, and people would then go through property. So what do people always come to you for advice for? That's one thing you want to write down. Second thing is, what are you good at? So, for example, I'm good at negotiation, I'm good at sales. So then I created another site just teaching sales training, just teaching about influence and persuasion, about teaching how to overcome objections. And I had all these salespeople buying my online courses and become members so they can learn how to close deals. So that's what I was really good at. So my question to you is, what are you good at right now? What are you good at doing? And what are you good naturally at doing that people want to learn from? You see, you may be naturally gifted at singing, dancing. You might be good at, health, cooking. You might be good at relationships. You might be good at parenting. You might be good at, if you're a first-time mom, how to give birth in the right way. So, you might be good at something, but there are a lot of people who are not as good as you at what you do, and you may not think that you're best at something. But here's the thing: best known beats best. Best known beats best. It's not how good you are, it's how well known you are, and that's the key. So second thing is, what are you good at? The third thing is, what are you passionate about? So I know a guy online, and he's really passionate about physical training. He goes to the gym all the time. So what does he do? He actually goes to the gym and he teaches people how to train, how to lift weights. And he has an online membership site where people can go through his chest press, how to get big shoulders, how to lose weight, how to nutrition, how to get a six-pack. So he's really good at that. There's another lady who's good at dancing, and she does all these dancing videos, and how to do hip hop dancing and popping. So there's all these different ideas I'm giving to you right now. Number 4 is, what do your friends say you should be doing? What do your friends say you should be doing? So if I have to say to you right now, my friends always say to me, John, you should become a speaker. And that's how I became a public speaker, believe it or not. And so then I created another online business teaching people how to become a speaker, how to give presentations, how to design a presentation, how to tell stories, how to tell jokes on stage, how to deliver content. And so, what do your friends always say you should be doing? And that becomes a telltale sign of what you should be doing. Because I know a lot of you watching this, some of you have no idea what you're going to be teaching, and some of you have some idea what you want to be teaching. So this is why I want to guide you through it. And some of you already know what you want to teach. So again, I want to give you some ideas to think about, because these could be multiple different income streams online for you. All right. Number 5 is, what are you good at? Right? What are you good at? So for example, I have a friend who's good at poker. So now he's creating an online business teaching people poker. I have another friend who's good at drawing, and he's now teaching how to draw online. I've got another friend who's good at animation. So he created a website teaching people animation. Let me tell you, he charged $5,000 to access and to, I guess, be certified, going through his training on how to become an animator. So there are so many things, like if you play the piano, if you do a language, and one of my coaches, she teaches me Mandarin. So she has an online business teaching different languages. So if you speak Mandarin, you speak Italian, French, German, Spanish, whatever language that you speak, you could actually create a membership site. Because I'm telling you, there's 8 billion people almost on this planet, or soon to be, and there's plenty for everybody. So e-learning, as you know, is going to be a $325 billion industry by 2025. So you can see that everybody's learning online. Everybody's on these phones. Everybody's now, especially during the whole crisis situation, at home, stuck at home, watching things online and learning things online. That's why whatever you're good at, you don't have to be the best. You just mean you have to be the best known. And as we go through some of the marketing training, we're going to show you how we do that as well. So that's number 5. Number 6, and the last one, this is a big one, is, what do you do for a living? So I have a lot of people who work in jobs who got fired from their jobs, but they were an accountant, or they work for an accountancy firm. So now what they're doing, they're creating online businesses for SMEs to talk about profit and loss, to talk about all the new, disruption loans that have come in, and how do you claim money in grants, how do you, R&D refunds and things like that. So there's so many things that you can do. Like if you're an interior designer or a graphics designer, or you're a photographer, or you take pictures, you can put all of these into training and teach people, just like I'm teaching you now using this camera. right? And you don't need anything fancy. You just need an iPhone, you put it on a tripod, and you just talk, right? Imagine you're sitting next to someone, you're talking to them. So these are the 6 things. Remember, what do people come to your advice for? What are you good at? What are you passionate about? What do your friends say you should do? What are you good at? And what do you do for a living? So if you look at all of these things, you can find something in these 6 things. And by the way, just so you know, if you're not good at any of these 6, you go, John, I'm not good at any of these. I don't fit into any of these. Okay, next question is, who do you know who people always go to advice for? Or who do you know who's someone who's really good at something? So I'll give an example. One of my seminars, I had someone that she wasn't good at any of this stuff, but she knew an actor friend who was an extremely talented actor. So she went to him and said, you know what, let me do the filming, you do all the content, I'll put it into a membership site, and then whatever we make, we just split 50-50. Because that's the whole point of this, isn't it? Remember, we need to know what our online business is about, what are we teaching on there. We need to film the content in a certain way, which again, we're going to cover in some of the later trainings. And then what we're also going to do is find out how do we actually set Memby up and place all our videos and content there so we're ready to collect money, so we create the system to make passive income, and then how do we market it? Right? These are the 4 different components that you need to understand. And so I decided, again, in the next video, we want to talk about how do we actually film content and deliver content so you're now able to talk like this in front of camera with, you know, not many notes, and you can just talk and talk in a way where it's informative, where people are really getting a lot of value from this. And that's how we actually create online e-learning businesses that make recurring income. So I hope you found this useful. Do this exercise now, grab a piece of paper, write all these stuff down, do some research online to see if people are already in that industry, and if it is, it's a good sign. If there's a lot of competition, that's a very, very good sign, because it shows there's a huge demand for it. And all we have to do when we go through the marketing section is become better known than everybody else. Hope you found this useful. My name is John Lee, the author of Business Hack. Bye for now. Hi, this is John Lee here. Welcome to the second part of this training, this mini training, where we're going to talk about, so in the first video, we talked a lot about how do we actually find our topic. So how are we going to find out what online business to start? Now we're going to talk about how we're going to create the content. So there's 3 steps to this. The number 1 is the equipment. So what equipment do you need? So for most people, you only really need to have an iPhone, right? So an iPhone, or a Samsung, or whichever smartphone you're using, and just a tripod, and you want to put it up like this and you just want to talk. Now, so that's all the real equipment you need, and obviously good lighting. If you want to get, you can get these little round lights, you can put them kind of like, so I've got a light here, can you see? It's quite light, and it's just shining on me. And even though it's, you know, a bright room, I still want to have a little bit of lighting. And if you want to, you can also get a microphone as well, so you can get something that looks like this. Okay, and you can put this in here, and then you have better sound. But for the most part, if you're in a quiet room that's, you know, there's no noise happening, so it's very, very quiet, you just really need this, because this will shoot in a 4K camera. So what you want to do once we have the equipment, so number 1 is the equipment, number 2 is the delivery. So when you're delivering content, and the way you do it is what, why, how, and a case study. All right, so what, why, how, and a case study. So what I typically do is when I'm creating content, what I'm actually doing is I'm listing down all the things I want to teach in my online in my membership area. So again, if it's social media, I might write down I want to talk about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, LinkedIn, TikTok, WeChat, WhatsApp, overlay ads. So I might just write down all these random topics to do with my topic. And this is the great thing about Memby, is that you can literally film all your content, and within your membership area, you can actually create the actual categories and topics, and you can slot them in wherever you want. So let's say I do, you know, 10 videos on Facebook, and I do 10 videos on YouTube. I would just literally film them, and I can drag and drop them into specific areas within my membership area. So when people come to my membership area, they know there's a whole section on YouTube, there's a whole section on Facebook. So again, the equipment, so iPhone, light, you got a light here, okay? You can get them from Amazon. Maybe I'll put some links in here as well. But if you go to Amazon, you'll find, you know, lighting that very cheap. And then also, if you want, you can have a microphone and a tripod. That's all you really need, okay? Then we're gonna film the content. What, what, why, how, and a case study. So once you've actually written down all the things that you're gonna, so let's say one of my topics is gonna be Facebook Live, okay? So what is it? So what? So in this video, I wanna talk about Facebook Live, okay? Why? Why is it so important? Well, Facebook Live is really important because it allows you to get a lot of reach, and it gives you a lot of free exposure. So you don't have to have millions of people following you. You can actually literally do a Facebook Live and people will be able to access a lot of content. So you talk a lot about that. Then you talk about the how to do it. So here's how I do Facebook Live. Step one, I go to Facebook, I go to live button, I go live, and literally the format of how I do this is I ask people to introduce themselves. And the reason I do this is so I can see who's on here. Then I ask them if they've got any questions, and then I talk about some of my thoughts of the day. So then that's how we do it. Then I talk about a case study. Then I say, you know, it's interesting because this topic actually found me a client that paid me $15,000 to fly to Bali, and this is how it works. So I did the Facebook Live, and I was talking about public speaking skills. And as I did these public speaking skills, someone commented, do you run any programs? So I just said, well, of course we do. So they sent me a private message, and then my team spoke to them. That person ended up spending $15,000. So this is a classic example of being able to use Facebook Live. So again, you see what I'm doing? What, why, how, and back it up with some kind of case study so people understand that process, right? So the second thing we do, so remember, number one is the equipment, iPhone, lighting, right? Microphone, tripod. Content is we do the what, why, how, and case study. And the last thing you need is editing. So if you plan this out well, you don't really need to edit it because you can literally just write it down and you write down the points, you rehearse it a few times, and then you just present to camera. But if you do have to edit it, then there's a really good piece of software called iMovie. Now, if you're filming this on a iPhone, you can literally take the recording that you've done, import it into iMovie, and just snip off. You can cut out the bits that don't make sense, like if you're umming and ahhing, or something drops, or missay something, or something didn't make sense. You can literally watch the video and chop it. And you can, so let's say you got a long video here. I'm watching the video. I can now chop that part out where I'm stuttering, or you know, my daughter comes into the room and interrupts the recording. I can chop that part and delete it, and then connect the two together. So this is how editing works. It's very, very simple. You just upload it, and then you get your video and you just chop off the parts, and once it's done, you click save, right? So once that's saved, now you want to have all your files saved on your phone, and then you're gonna move those files over to your computer. Video 3 is going to talk about how we actually build our online e-learning membership business, right? So we're going to take all that content, we're going to put it into a membership site, into an online platform where we can now collect money, and we can actually deliver the content and collect money from people who want to access our intellectual property. All right, so I really hope that you found this video useful, and make sure you go through video number 3 where I talk about how do we put this membership site together and start collecting money. Welcome to video number 3, and in this video we're going to talk about how do we actually put the membership site together, the online e-learning platform together, how much we're going to charge, how we're going to collect money, and how do we actually deliver the content to our audience and through our customers. So probably the best thing to do right now, I'm going to go into the platform and demo to show you how all this works. Okay, so welcome to Memby. So to get your 14-day free trial, you click on this blue button here, and now you can actually create your account. So here I'm going to put John Lee, then I'm going to start building my membership site. So now it's going to ask you to select a plan. So we've got the Pro, Elite, and Business. So it's a 14-day free trial. I'm just going to select the Elite plan for this one, and after 14 days it'll be $197 per month, and you can cancel it anytime. So let's click on the Elite package. I'll put my credit card number in, okay, and then if I scroll down I can click 14-day free trial, just click on the terms and conditions, click process my payment. So now if you click this video, this will be the walkthrough video to get you set up. So make sure you watch the walkthrough video first, and then you can get set up. So now we're going to complete our profile. So now we can
have a domain name. So I'm going to call this John Lee Test. So when you're promoting your membership site, you just want to give people this URL. So let's see if it's available first. Let's click submit. And yep, it's available. So no one else has the domain name memby.com/John Lee Test. So now we come into our account that looks like this. So everything's very self-explanatory. So the first thing we want to do, we want to add a logo. So let's click on this logo here. Here's my logo. So if I double click on that, I can click set as logo. And then I can upload my banner. So if I click upload banner here, load a banner. So click open. And now I'm going to click set as banner. So now I have my banner. So all I'm going to do now is upload a profile picture. So click on this camera button here. And now I can select my profile picture. So there's my profile picture, click set as profile picture. So now I have my profile picture. So I've got my banner here. If I want to add my logo, I can put my logo there and I put my picture here. Now what I'm going to do is if I scroll down, I'm going to set my subscription cost. So how much do I want to charge? If I click set subscription cost, in this case, I'm going to charge $99 per month or 97. So if I click 97 like this and click update cost, it says subscription cost updated successfully, so click on that. Now if I go back to home, okay, I've got my banner, I've got my picture here, and now my subscription button is gone because now I've set that. If you want to reset the cost, if you go to settings, you can go into settings and just click subscription cost, and you can set the cost there. So click back to home, and now I'm going to add a profile heading. So this membership site is all about property investing, so I'm going to type in how to become, and then I'll put some dummy text there like that. Okay, and now it's going to ask us to upload our introduction video. So this video tells people a little bit about what you do. So I have created a separate video on how to actually create a introduction video. So let's click on upload video, and then we're going to find our video 1. So now we're going to upload that video. We just wait for that to upload. So there you see my video. If I click play now, and if I want to upload a banner, I can upload a separate thumbnail if I want to. Now the next thing I want to do is I want my membership. So if I click on membership, now it's bringing to my membership section here. So now I want to add a topic. So I can add different topics in here. So remember, my whole membership site is about property investing. So I might type in here, find, right? So that might be one topic. And then I might have another topic called negotiation. Okay, and I'm gonna click add topic. So I'm going to find deals and add negotiation. And if I want to add another topic, I could put in finance, add a new topic. So within these topics, I can actually add a separate video in each of these topics. So let's say I go to finance and deals. If I click add a video, call this lease options. And then again, I'll put some dummy text in there. And I can decide if the video is going to be free or paid. So in this case, I'll keep this one free. I'll click upload video. And then if I scroll down, I can click upload video here. And then I'm going to click upload the first video. So now that's uploading the first video. So there it is. And I can upload a banner now. So let's say I've got a banner, I click upload. So I'll set that as the banner. And now I've got a thumbnail where people can know what that video is about. All right, so that's the first video that's done. Now if I want to add another video, I can click add another video. So I'm going to call this one investor. And this one's going to be paid. So I click upload. And if I scroll down here, I can click upload video. So the great thing about this is you can create content and it doesn't really have to be planned as long as you know what category it's in, right? So this is what we call creating content on the go. And you see I have my logo there as well, you see. So now again, I'm going to add a video in the negotiation section. So I'll click add a video in the negotiation, call this closing the deals. Another video here called negotiation. All right, so this is how I'm adding videos into my membership. Let's do one more. I'll add one into finding deals now. Click add a video. Again, this one could be agents. So if I'm getting deals from agents, again, I put some blurb there, what it's about. I'm gonna make this one paid. So click upload video. So this is done now. So you see I've got 2 videos under financing deals. I've got 1 video under negotiation, and I've got another video here. If I view the profile like this, so this is what the profile looks like. So people will come to this, they'll see that I've got videos here that I've uploaded, you see. And people will watch the introduction video to say that this web membership site is all about training you how to become a property investor. My banner might even say how to become a property investor. So if I go to memby.com/John Lee test, I should be able to see what the membership site looks like. So once you take your URL and you send it to your customers, you might post it on Facebook, you might send it to WhatsApp and someone, but once you give them your unique URL, they'll go to your membership site, they'll see the introduction video here, they'll see all of the videos that you've uploaded. Let's say this one here says closing deals. If I see it's a free video, if I click on, or this one here, lease options, if I click on this one, it will take me to the video and then I can then watch that video. You see? But let's say I want to access another one like investors. And see, this one is not free. So if I click on the play button, it now asks me to enter my credit card details, and it's going to charge me $97 a month, and that will unlock every single paid video that's on your membership. So if I click complete payment, then I'll be able to access all of the content within this profile here. So this is how you put your membership part together. Now I'm going to go into the second part of this, which is the courses. So you can actually upload your own e-learning course. Okay, so now that we've gone through the membership section, you saw how easy that was. Now we're going to create a course. So now, instead of people just paying you money every single month, they can actually come onto your Memby site and they can actually buy separate courses. So if I click add a new course, so let's pretend I have a property bootcamp that I filmed. So I'm gonna call this property, then I can select a category. It's all about money. And this is going to be a paid course. Okay, and I'm going to put the cost of the course, $197, right? So if I click add a course, so now I can add my first e-class. So let's add my first e-class. So the title is called Introduction, and the e-class type, it's a video. So you can upload videos, audios, images, PDFs, but I'm going to put video here, and then I want to make this paid. Let's click add an e-class. So now it's going to ask me to upload a video. So if I click upload video there, again, let's upload the first e-class or the first video. So there's my first e-class. If I want to add a second e-class, I do the same thing. I click add e-class and I put the title. This one's called Property 101. So that's now my second video. If I want to add a third video, I click add e-class, upload. Again, let's upload another video. So there I have 3 videos now. Let's do one more. Let's add another video. And so that's our 4th video. Now, of course, we also want to do an introduction to this video as well. So if I click upload the video here, and again, let's pretend this is my introduction. And there we go. So we've got our introduction video. Again, we can change the banner there to any banner we want. So we can put an image that shows there. And what we can do is you can see now all the videos that are below this. If I want to delete them, I can just click these delete sign over here. Or if I want to delete the entire course, I can do that here as well. So now we have our course. So if I go home now, so we've got all our videos. So these are our membership type videos. So this is what people pay monthly subscription to access everything within our membership site here. And it's a recurring income. So if they're paying you $10 a month, for example, they'll be able to access everything in your membership site for $10 a month. All right, and then using that as an example, you can charge whatever price you want. And now we have courses. So now we have our first course here, which is our property bootcamp. I can add another course. So I can add another course to do with public speaking, for example, or pitching. So this is how we create courses. So now that we've created our course, we can now take our link and we can copy and paste that to people, and we drive a lot of marketing. Again, in the next session, we're going to talk about how do we actually get visitors to actually come here and buy things. So if I go to courses now, I can now see there's a property bootcamp course in there. So if I click on this, it's going to take me to, I can see all the e-classes here. But you see there's no buy now button to buy this course. And the reason why there is not a buy now button is because you need to enter your merchant account details to collect money. So let's log back into our Memby site and add those details. Okay, so now that we're back into the system, let's go to settings. We want to set up our merchant account so we can start collecting money for our courses. So how do we do this? If we click on here, it says payment gateway settings. If we click on this, then you have 3 options: PayPal Pro, Authorize.net, or Stripe. The easiest one to register for is Stripe. So if you go to Stripe and you can actually register for a merchant account, it takes 5 minutes to do that. So here's what we do with Stripe. If you see this right arrow, if you click on that, it's going to ask you for a secret key and a publish key. So if you go into your Stripe account and you go into where it says developers, and then it says API keys, and now it's going to say your publishable key and your secret key. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our publish key, which is here. So we're going to copy that, right click, copy, and then we're going to put that into here, paste. So that's our test publish key. Then we get our secret key. So we come back to Stripe. I'm going to get our secret key. So you have to actually reveal, so click the button to reveal it, reveal, and then we're going to copy that, and then we're going to paste that over here. So now we have our test key and our public. Now that we have our secret key and our publish key. The reason why it says test here is I'm doing this as a test. So let me click save. And it says Stripe payment details updated successfully, and click OK. So what's happened now, that's now become our default. Now what this allows us to do is to collect money. So if I go back to the courses, okay, so now when you copy and paste the link and you send it to people and you start marketing this, they will come down, they'll see the introduction, they'll see everything that's in the course. They might have 12 or 13 or 20 lessons in here, and they can see the price at $197. Now the buy now button's there. If they click on the buy now button, they can now put their credit card details in and click complete purchase. And the moment they complete the purchase, all of these courses will be unlocked. And if you want, you can actually give people a coupon code and give them a discount if you want to. So this is how you create courses, set up a merchant account, and then collect money. Okay, so we've covered the membership. So if you click into membership, people can pay you a monthly subscription to access all your content here. Or you can have an e-learning course. So the e-learning course, you can put different courses here where people can buy the courses separately. Now there's another section here called Ask the Experts. If you click Ask the Experts, you can now start a discussion on something. So people who are paying money every single month as part of your membership can also read some of the questions that you're answering. So let's say someone asked me the question is how to buy a house with no money. Okay. And I can have this be a video. So I can choose a file to upload a video. I can have it audio. I can have it as a video. I can have it as text. Right. I can choose a file there. But right now I'm going to say use lease options and click add a discussion. So now you see here where it says post a comment. So I can say how to buy a house with no money, use lease options. You can also use BMV deals, for example, and I click comment. So now I can actually have a comment here, and I can actually put questions and answers only specific to that coach or mentor, and I can get answers to my questions. So of course, if that's only for people who are paying you, can actually read the answers. So now if I come back in, I click ask the experts, I can see that there's a discussion here where it says how to buy a house with no money, but I cannot see the answers. I can only see the answers if I'm paying money. So this is a really great way to kind of give coaching without giving coaching, but you're still answering people's questions. So you see I can't see the answers here. If I click the join now button and I put my credit card details in and I pay $97 a month, or however much money you want to charge, you see it's powered by Stripe again. I can now read all of the answers to those questions. So this is a really great way to coach without having to coach people without pressure. And it's another benefit why people will actually join your group, so they get answers to questions as well. Okay, so we've covered membership, courses, ask an expert. You can also put about you as well. So if you click about you, again, you can put your biography, who you are. If I put some dummy text there, who you are, your passwords, you can update your address details if you like. You can put your social media profiles in here, but now I'm just going to leave that for now. Then you can put testimonials. So testimonials, you can add in new testimonials. So, John. So now I can add it. I can save the testimonial, and now I've got a testimonial there. I can add another testimonial. So now when people come to your site, they've got testimonials there as well. We also have settings. So you can go to your settings. Again, you've got subscription costs, payment gateways, payment methods, payment history, again, testimonials. Or if you want to cancel, you can obviously click cancel your membership there. You can cancel at any time. You've got customer support as well. So if you come in here, you can actually ask a question. So if you got any questions or you want a feature request, just click contact customer support. We have the training section as well. So in our training section, we're going to be uploading lots of content to get you started in the field of marketing. Because once we've actually got our site now, how do we market it and how do we monetize it? And if you like to look at frequently asked questions, here are the frequently asked questions. So there'll be frequently asked questions in here as well. So this is a quick walkthrough for your Memby site, and you can see how fast and how easy it is for you to use and how fast you can start monetizing without any technical skills. If you can copy and paste, drag and drop, you can now create your own business. So I really hope that you found this useful.
Okay, so there you have it. That's exactly how we put the whole membership site together. I'm really excited about this because I've never seen anything so simple. And actually one of the reasons why we created Memby is because there's so many other different platforms out there which is not connected in one place. You have to get a bit of this software, a bit of that software, a bit of that software, a bit of programming, put it all together. But as you've seen how easy it is, if you can drag, drop, copy and paste, you can literally put everything together in literally a matter of minutes, if not hours, right? So this is why you can get up and running. You don't need any technical skills. So you've seen how easy this is. So go ahead right now. Again, we've already talked about your topics, right? Like what are you gonna be teaching? We've already talked about how we film our content using that format. Now we've talked about how do we put the membership site together. Now the last part, and video number 4, is how do we actually market this? How do we get this out to people so they can really, really learn and know that it exists, so they can come to our membership and start paying us money to be able to access all of our training. So I really hope you found this useful. It's John Lee, the author of Business Hack. Bye for now. This is video number 4, our last video of this mini course. Again, we're going to put a lot more training in the Memby Academy area so you can see all of the things that's going to help you, promote it, get more sales for conversion, get more traffic. But in this training, we're going to talk about how do we market this. So I've got 3 top tips for you to market your membership. So again, by now you should have gone in and uploaded all your content and got your specific URL. So that's exactly what we've done now. We've created our membership site. We know what the membership site is about. We know what we're teaching. We know who our audience is. We've created all the content. We filmed it. And now what we've also done now is created the membership site. Now we need to promote it. So 3 ways to promote it. The first promotion strategy, which is a free strategy, is what we call content marketing. So what I like to do is I like to do something called boomerang marketing. So whatever you want to sell the thing before that gets people's attention. Let me give an example. So let's say I'm doing parenting skills, right? Parenting skills. The thing before having kids is giving birth. So I might create some content. I know I'm not, but let's say I'm a female. I could give some content on giving birth, on, I do know a little bit about hypnobirthing, by the way, and breathing exercises and so on and so forth. So I could create, a little bit of training and content on, hey, look, if your wife's pregnant right now, if you're pregnant watching this, there's a few breathing exercises you want to do, and there's some hypnobirthing things you can do to reduce the pain. And so I can give them the content on that. And then I want to say, but if you really want to learn this in a lot more detail, this is one of 5 steps that I've got that's going to teach you all these different steps. So then they've got to go to your membership site. So then you get your link, you say, click the link in this video, and then you'll be able to go to my membership site where all the content is. So that's one way. Content marketing is one of the best ways, and it's free, right? Because social media gives you all the free exposure. So all you're going to do is just create content. It doesn't have to be video, it can be posts. And then you put, by the way, if you're interested, I do have a training program that's going to teach you XYZ. All right, where you pay a small monthly subscription and you can access all my content. So content marketing is one of the best ways if you don't have any money to market. Now, the second best way, if you do have money, is what we call paid advertising. So you can use Facebook ads, you can use Google ads, you can use YouTube ads, you can use LinkedIn ads. Again, I'm not going to go through this in this training because we'll put a lot more link to resources and how we actually do this in the Memby Academy. The Facebook ads is actually very easy to put on. So an easy way, this is the beginner's guide to doing Facebook ads, is when you make a post on Facebook, you can boost it. Now, normally I say boosting is not the best way, but if you're a beginner, it's a good way to start. Again, we're going to be going to a lot more advanced training as we go through the training programs here. So the first thing that I want you all to do is to make sure that you're making posts on social media. Every post can be boosted. What does boosted mean? So you can make a post on Instagram and you can promote that boost to people who are not following you. So let's say I create a training on public speaking. Now, only my followers will see that, but if I do a boost, I can now boost it to everybody who's a speaker, author, or a trainer, right? So now people outside of my followers will be able to see my post, thus me getting more exposure. So remember, in there I can then send people to my membership site, my Memby site. So now people can actually buy more products and services. So again, boosting and using ads on all these platforms will actually get you a lot more exposure and drive a lot more people to your shop. Because ultimately what we want is we want to get people to our shop, and just based on the sheer numbers of people that come, there will be a percentage of people that buy. This is what we call a freemium model. So we give some content for free, but the implementation is for a fee, right? So that's how this works. So number 2 is using boosts. Okay, the third one, which I think is really, really powerful, is collaborations. So what a lot of people do is they go to people, they start a business, and then they create something, then they try and sell it, but they have no audience. So what we want to do is you have to create your own audience, or you go to somebody else who has an audience. Now let me tell you how I got over 100 people paying me £97 per month in 24 hours. So the first membership site that I created was all about property investing. So what I did is I had to find property investors. So yes, I knew a few because I was in the industry, but I didn't have a lot of contact. So I went to a magazine, and they had at the time, I think it's about 5,000 or 6,000 readers of this magazine. And so what we did a collaboration. So I said, look, I've got this amazing online membership site that teaches people how to become a better property investor. So remember, that's why you have to know what you're teaching. And I think it'd be perfect for your audience. So what I'd like to do is a collaboration. How does this work? I'd like you to send this email to all your 6,000 readers, and the email says something like, hey, we've got a very special offer for those of you that want to learn from Property Millionaire John Lee, who's got all these different strategies. Then I highly recommend you join his training program that's going to teach you step by step. So they sent that out, and I had over 100 people in 24 hours. When you do these marketing strategies, these are 3 of the most powerful marketing strategies that you can create. Remember, the first one is the content marketing. So this is where you put content out. Number 2 is we're going to boost those to more people. And the third one is we're going to find people who already have your audience. And so you just need to do a collaboration. Now, of course, you're thinking, why would they send it out? Because we did a profit share. So you say, you know what? Help me promote this, and whoever signs up from your audience, I'll give you a percentage. And in the Memby Academy, we're going to be creating a lot more training on all of these 4 topics, on finding more topics, on how to create more content, delivery, on how to build up membership sites within Memby in different ways, how to create our online courses and e-learning and selling physical courses, and how do we actually create more marketing, how do we do collaborations, how do we do Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and we cover the whole thing. We have a lot of our instructors coming in here as well. And also what I'm going to do is reach out to some of my multi-millionaire friends who've created multi-million-dollar businesses online, teaching people through e-learning platforms. And now what I want to do is start an interview series to interview those people and trying to grab some of these secrets and then reteach them to you within the Memby Academy, or even better, even get them to come in and actually show you guys some of the secrets that they've learned. And so this is some of my plans that I've got for a lot of you, but I really think that you'll find a lot of this very, very useful, because Memby is all about, again, number 1, taking our knowledge, putting it into an online platform that people will pay a recurring income to learn from us. Now, one objection you may have is, well, John, why don't people just go to YouTube to learn this stuff? Why don't people go to YouTube to become a doctor? Because what people want is specialized knowledge, right? I'll give you another example. Again, just as an aside, I like to cook sometimes, right? Believe it or not, I love to cook. It kind of like, de-stresses me. It's very therapeutic. So I went online and I bought Gordon Ramsay's online training course on how to make scrambled eggs. This is before I was plant-based, right? So, but I could go to YouTube and find any course on this stuff, right? But why do I go to him? Because he's got a brand. One of the things we'll be teaching you in Memby is how do we build a brand. If you want to create a brand, you must first create demand. And that's what this whole Memby is about, is to support you in all these areas. We've given you the platform. We've taken out all the technical abilities so you can copy, paste, drag and drop and do it very, very fast. We've given you the knowledge now, so this is the knowledge base on how we actually do this. So anytime you have a problem, you don't know how to do something, instead of paying thousands of dollars for the courses, you come into Memby and we'll support you through. If you want a request, maybe there's a piece of content in there that you want to know more of, you can request some content as well. And also we have a community as well, private Facebook group where all the members will come in, and then this is where we support each other, where we get feedback from each other. In fact, we also support you with coaches. Our coaches and our team are actually inside that group as well, giving support, giving you ideas. If you need some ideas on how to come up with topics or how to create your content or deliver your content, our team is there to support in that group as well. And if you want any additional support, you can also request one-to-one coaching, but that will obviously be an investment for that as well. But again, I'm just telling you, we have a lot of support to really help you create a successful online business, getting paid to do what you love to do. So I really hope that you found this mini course very, very useful. I hope you get started and kickstart your journey into making passive income. My name is John Lee, the author of Business Hack. Bye for now.